Welcome to our continuing series, Questions and Answers, from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Today, Flowers, Part 36, from the Mother. In some countries, particularly here, certain plants are used as the media for worship, offering, devotion. Certain plants are given on special occasions. And I have often seen that this identification was quite in keeping with the nature of the plant, because spontaneously, without knowing anything, I happened to give the same meaning as that given in religious ceremonies. The vibration was really there in the flower itself. Did it come from the use that had been made of it, or did it come from very far, from somewhere deep down, from a beginning of the psychic life? It would be difficult to say. Question: have flowers a power in the occult world? Mother: yes, they have an occult power. They can even transmit a message if one knows how to charge them with it. Question: can the flower transmit other messages apart from the significance you have given it? Mother: it is not impossible, but the person who sends the message must have a great power of formation. Question: is the power of formation purely occult, or can a mental or vital power of formation also transmit messages? Mother: the mental power of formation can certainly transmit messages. But for these messages to be received and understood, the person to whom they are sent must himself be very receptive mentally and particularly attentive. Question: when we offer flowers, with what attitude should we offer them? Does it matter if we do not know the significance? Mother: this depends completely on the person who gives the flowers and on his state of consciousness. The same answer may be given to both the questions, according to the degree of consciousness of people. What they do has or hasn't a deep significance. Question: if our flower offering depends on our state of consciousness, does it help us to learn the significances of flowers, even if it is purely mental to begin with? Mother: yes, surely. The fragrance of flowers is physical nature's offering to the divine, her most subtle offering. It's largely the fragrances that have made me give flowers their significance. I find these studies quite interesting. It corresponds to something really true in nature. Once, without telling me anything, someone brought me a sprig of tulsi, ossimum sanctum. I smelled it and said, "Oh, devotion." It was absolutely a vibration of devotion. Afterwards, I was told it is the plant of devotion to Krishna, consecrated to Krishna. Another time, I was brought one of these big flowers, which are not really flowers, somewhat resembling corn, with long, very strongly scented stalks. Spiritual perfume. I smelled it and said, ascetic purity, just like that, from the odor alone. I was later told it was Shiva's flower when he was doing his tapasya. These people have an age-old knowledge which they have preserved. In other words, it is something concretely true. It doesn't depend at all on the mind, on thought, or even on feelings. It is a vibration. Yes, this flower is Shiva doing his tapasya. And interestingly enough, its smell is fantastically attractive to snakes. It makes them come from far away to nest in the shrubs. And as you know, the serpent is the power of evolution. It is Shiva's own creature. He always puts them on his head and around his neck, because they symbolize the power of evolution and transformation. And snakes like this flower. It often grows near rivers. And wherever there is a cluster of the plants, you are sure to discover snake nests. I find this very interesting, for we didn't decide it should be like this. These are conscious vibrations in nature. The fragrance, the color, the shape, are simply the spontaneous expression of a true movement.